Yo, what is good? What is going on? And welcome back to another video, man. Yeah, your boy hit 315 days of no fap and semen retention, man. Yeah, no bad. Let me just finish off this little bit of water left in today's gallon. Mm. All right. so, yeah, man, what's good? Today, of course, good day, good energies. Um, Yeah, I had fun today. So it is a little late with me doing this recording because when I got off from work, or at least when I clocked out at 9 o'clock over here taking calls and whatnot, um, yeah, I really needed to cook or fry up some chicken because it was one of those things like I had a bag of drumsticks that I froze and I took it out the freezer. I want to say like Sunday or Monday, and it was like it was literally just sitting there, but I was kind of just like eating other things and cooking other foods. So then today I realized I'm like, oh shit, I can't just put this back in the freezer. Like I gotta cook this like today. And then of course initially I was like, I'll do it tomorrow, right? But I can't because I'm gonna be working from 8 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. I'm gonna be at the airport, and it's gonna be the same thing Thursday and Friday. And I'm like, damn, I can't let this sit here for another 3 days. So either way, I at least I made some homemade I made some buttermilk. Just literally just whole milk, vinegar, let it sit, and it's buttermilk. Dope. YouTube, love it. So yeah, so I did that, and I kind of just let it sit for about 5 or 6 hours. Yeah, chicken came out juicy, juicy. Like damn, like I'm rocking with buttermilk from now on. Yeah, like it came out good. Now, don't get me wrong. I realized, all right, just being completely honest, I do need some work on my seasoning flour. And literally the only thing was missing was that because I was afraid to put salt in it because I also put a little bit of adobo seasoning in it, which is already kind of salty anyways. So I didn't use as much salt. But then as everything fried up, I was kind of adding a little bit of salt to it as I was eating it, and I said, okay. So I'm gonna work with the ratios till I get the right mix, of everything. But listen, real talk, my daughter, she killed it. I mean, she was a big help. Like she helped me make the chicken because she was like, Daddy, can I help you? And I started to say no, and I'm like, P, you done told everybody that the reason why you want to start cooking is so that you can have these memories with your little girl, and teach her how to cook foods, but also so that she has these memories of you and her, just bonding, you know what I mean? And so yeah, I was like, nah, go wash your hands. You know what I mean? So yeah, she washed her hands, she put on the gloves. I had to do, the wet and then the dry, and yeah, it was like we loved it. And it did get a little messy, but who cares? You know what I mean? Like it's just daddy daughter time. You feel me? So yeah, like I enjoyed the hell out of it. Now, don't get me wrong. I had to cook the whole bag, which was about 17. I think, yeah. It was either like 15 or no. It was more than that because I had 10 left over. 3 of them were bad though because the oil got too hot, so it just like burned right away. I had to throw those out. Then I ate like 3 or 4. Yeah. It was about 17, 18 of them. It's a lot. But either way, like I said, we had a great time. And it was just nice how organically, everything kind of just happened because I was like, dang, I really got to cook this before I go take her back to her mother's. And then she was like, can I help? And I'm like, yeah, fine. All right, whatever. So yeah, like that was cool. Now, aside from that, everything else is fine at this point. I mean, my energies are good. Um, Urges, like I said, I don't like they after that initial 90 days. I would say after that initial 90 days, right? The urges really should be faded. And if they aren't, then that's fine. But that means that there's more internal work that needs to be done. That brings you, like you have to, work on healing from a lot of your shit, right? And fixing a lot of your triggers and traumas so that you're no longer building this anxiety about things. And more importantly, when you begin to be at peace with a lot of things, you'll begin to change how certain memories will affect you. And that also builds on your inner peace and your inner well-being, your inner positivity. You feel me? So, gotta do the work. You have to. And like I said, it'll bring up a lot of pain. It'll bring up a lot of emotions. But be okay with having those emotions. You know, I mean, you have to. Like, don't allow yourself to in other words, don't beat yourself up for having emotions. Like that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, don't beat yourself up over that. You're human. It's okay. Do not place having emotions as to the level of value that you have as a man. Your vulnerability is your most masculine asset. It is. Now, I'm not saying be out here, you know, all emotional and feminine. There's a big difference in that, you know. But when you have a genuine emotion that just pours out from the heart, whatever it is, whether it's pain, you know, or just whatever, happiness, anything, you're human. You are absolutely human. But the bigger part of this journey, when you get settled in and really just, like I said, you start intentionally having better days, what happens is that you will live life more through your heart because, again, you're not so concerned with judgment, right? You're not worried about people's opinions and any of those things. But what happens less frequently for you, because again, like I said, don't beat yourself up over having emotions. It's just what happens less and less, which actually, this is when you become more emotionally intelligent, is when you'll find yourself having moments where you express your emotion, but the decisions you make are not from an emotional standpoint. The things you say aren't really coming from an emotional standpoint, you know, like just think about times where someone hurt you, someone upset you, and you just had to tell them about themselves. You just had to say, you see what I'm saying? Like when you get like these emotional outbursts, like that's the difference. And like, we're not saying don't have emotions, not saying don't feel pain, not saying don't express pain, not saying, you know, don't feel sad or angry or hurt about things. Like, that's normal, but give yourself that moment. But then when it comes to making decisions and making progress with your life and before you know, speak to people and do certain things, make sure you're not in an emotional state in doing that. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to be so, I guess, influenced by your emotions. Because like I said, there are many moments in my life when I think back on it, I'm like, yeah, I was acting like a little bitch. You feel me? I'm just keeping it 100. I'm like, damn. Or even worse, I can sense it more in other men when shit like that happens, especially in customer service. You know what I mean? Like a guy doesn't get his way and he just, yeah, well, and I'm just like, bro. But again, that's him being emotional in the moment and just reacting and blurting out whatever. Like think about it. They say women are emotional creatures because, yes, how they speak, or when they speak, and when they interact with situations, it's all from emotions. Men have an off and on switch for it because, again, we have to focus on logic. You know, but again, we're not going to be heartless, we're not going to be emotionless, but we just don't operate through our emotions in the same way with the same energy. That's their energy. Now it's time for us to tap into ours. You feel me? So yeah, man, I hope that made sense. Yeah, because like I didn't, as always, like I didn't really think about this, but it was like it's just coming to me, and I'm like, yeah, like you definitely learn how to not be as emotional about things, but you know, are allowed to have your emotions and express them in the moment. Like I said yesterday, you know, I fucking cried at work. smelled the bag, grabbed the bag to smell like my grandma. I was like, hey, I just let it out right then and there. Like, I'm not any less of a man because of it. But what I didn't do from that point while crying was go and, into like a fit or rage and like it wasn't none of that, just like taking my emotional frustrations out on other people. I didn't do that. It was just, I just had a moment. I cried. Damn. Wow. That was beautiful. And then I'm just doing what I got to do. You feel me? And I'm trying to think, was there anything else that occurred today? Yeah, it was really nothing. Like I had a really, really chill day. I hit my numbers last month. Was one of the top agents on the project. So my boss, she got me a little well, she went back home to her home country in Honduras. She came back with a little Honduran shot glass for me, and also I got a nice little gift card for actually I haven't had this ice cream in the longest, but a Cold Stone, yo. So yeah, I'm gonna take my baby. We're gonna get some Cold Stone. But yeah, man, other than that, everything else is good. Like I said, I'm just mentally preparing myself for a really busy day, a long 2 days in this this August heat is just different, bro. God, this August heat in Texas is so fucking different. Like it hurts to be outside, but I'm gonna be out there all day. All day. All right, so as always, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. And of course, we show gratitude to the universe and to God because, of course, we are grateful for the life that we have. So we can do what? Manifest the life that we want and deserve, all right? So as always, guys, listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And we'll definitely do it again tomorrow, all right? Peace.